Hello, this is your host Shirley with your three co-hosts Michelle, Ashley, and Daniela.
Welcome to today's podcast on understanding autism.
Today we're talking about something really important. Autism spectrum disorder, also known as ASD.
Autism spectrum disorder is a difference in how a child's brain develops. People with autism may have trouble with social communication, repetitive behaviors, and may learn or pay attention in different ways.
Kids with autism may have trouble communicating, making friends, or understanding social situations, which can make it hard for them to connect with others. They might not know how to express their feelings or understand what others are feeling, which can lead to misunderstanding. Loud noises, changes in routine, or crowded places can also be overwhelming for them. Because of these challenges, they may feel isolated, frustrated, or anxious at times. With the right support from family, teachers, and friends, and by creating an understanding and patient environment, kids with autism can learn to navigate these challenges and show their unique talents and ability to the world.
Have any of you ever met someone with autism before?
Yes, in my family, there is someone who has autism. My cousin has autism. When we were younger, I didn't really understand it. He didn't talk much and didn't like loud noises. But he's honestly one of the smartest people I know. He's really good at remembering details like dates, conversations, and little facts that most people forget. Over time, I realized that he just sees the world differently, and that's okay. Spending time with him taught me to be more impatient and understanding, and it showed me that everyone has their own strengths that should be appreciated.
My brother also has autism and doesn't speak, but my mom teaches him signs. She doesn't always get support. His frustration isn't misbehavior, it's because he wants to be understood. What he needs is empathy and proper support.
Autism is something people are born with. No one knows exactly what causes it. Probably has something to do with the kid's genes and other things that change the way the brain develops. There's no cure for autism. So what can we actually do to support people with autism? Be patient.
To include autistic students, but they often lack training and resources. Noises and changes can cause stress. Using visual supports and allowing breaks helps a lot. At work, many autistic adults are highly skilled but face barriers due to misunderstandings. Neurodiverse workplaces benefits everyone, bringing creativity and new perspectives. Other important thing is changing attitudes. Language matters, saying autistic people instead of people suffering from autism shows respect. We need to move from it to acceptance.
Don't assume someone's being rude just because they act differently. You never really know what someone's going through or how they see the world. Some people with autism might not make eye contact, talk the way you expect, or respond right away. But that doesn't mean they are ignoring you or being disrespectful. It just means they communicate in their own way, and that's fine. Also, everyone's brains work differently, and that's what makes people unique. If we stop to really think about it, we have all had moments when we felt left out or misunderstood. For example, with autism. That can happen almost every day. Not because they wanted to, but because people don't always take that time to understand them. And that's why patience and kindness are so important. Instead of judging, try asking questions or just being friendly. Even something small like saying hi, smiling, or inviting them to join a group can make a huge difference. It's not about treating them like they are different. It's more about like treating them like they belong. When we take that extra moment to show understanding, it can turn someone's whole day around. Acceptance starts with empathy, and empathy starts with listening.
Yeah, and if someone is overwhelmed, it helps to give them space instead of pressuring them.
Schools can do a lot too, like have quiet spaces or teachers who know how to help their students on the spectrum.
Any friends can make a big difference by including them in activities and just being kind.
Okay, let's try a quick example. Imagine this.
That kid never talks. Why is he ignoring everyone?
He's not ignoring you. He might just need time to feel comfortable before talking.
Exactly. Or maybe he doesn't like loud environments. That doesn't mean he's being rude.
Just a little bit of understanding changes the whole situation.
Yeah, and instead of judging, we could just say hi in a calm way or invite them to join when they are ready.
I think I learned that autism isn't something wrong. It's just a different way of thinking and experiencing the world.
Yeah, and understanding that helps everyone be more accepting. When we actually take that time to learn about autism, we stop judging people for things we don't understand. It opens our eyes to how much harder it can be for someone to express themselves or fit in when others don't make that effort to understand them. Learning about autism teaches empathy. It helps us realize that people with autism aren't trying to be difficult or distant. They just see and feel that world differently. Once we understand that, we start treating people with more kindness and passion. That's what real acceptance looks like. Not just saying we accept others, but showing it on how we treat them every day.
I also learned that small actions like being patient or learning how someone communicates can mean a lot.
Same here. I feel like talking about autism helps break the stigma and reminds people that everyone deserves respect and understanding. It also shows that people with autism have unique talents, skills, and ways of seeing the world that are just as valued as anyone else. By sharing our experiences and learning more about autism, we can help others be more patient, kind, and accepting. Talking about it openly encourages people to celebrate differences instead of judging them and helps create a world where everyone feels included and appreciated for who they really are. Before we end today's episode, we just wanted to leave you with one final thought. Autism doesn't define someone's entire identity. It's just who they are. People with autism have unique strengths, talents, and perspective that makes them who they are. By understanding and supporting them, we can celebrate their differences instead of focusing on limits. Everyone deserves respect, acceptance, and the chances to thrive on their own terms. Remember, seeing the person first, not the diagnosis, helps create a world where everyone feels valued.
Exactly. People with autism have dreams, talents, and personalities just like everyone else.
And when we take that time to understand and include them, we are creating a world where everyone feels accepted and valued.
So whether it's at school, work, or in your community, remember that kindness and patience go a long way. You don't have to do something big to make a difference. Sometimes it's the small things that mean the most. It could be asking someone how their day was, giving them spaces when they need it, or simply showing interest in what makes them happy. When we take the time to care, we create a safer and more supportive world for everyone. And honestly, that's what true understanding looks like, not just knowing facts, but choosing to act with compassion and respect every day.
The more we learn, the more we realize that being different isn't something to fear. It's something to appreciate, respect, and celebrate. Everyone has their own way of thinking, learning, and seeing the world. And that's what makes each person special. Our differences make life exciting, colorful, and full of new ideas. Imagine if everyone acted, talked, and thought the same way. The world would be boring and we wouldn't grow or learn from one another. Differences help us see the world from new perspectives. They open our minds and teach us to be kinder, more patient, and more understanding. When we take time to learn about others, whether their culture, personality, or how their brains work, we realize that everyone has something valuable to offer. It's these unique qualities that make our communities stronger and more connected. Instead of trying to make people fit in, we should be creating spaces where everyone feels accepted just as they are. Everyone deserves to feel safe, included, and respected. When people feel they belong, they're able to share their true selves, their talents, and their ideas. This is how we build a world filled with compassion, teamwork, and creative. When we include and support one another, we grow together. Our differences don't divide us, they bring us closer. Each person adds something special to the world, like a piece of puzzle. When we put all those pieces together, we create something beautiful. A world where everyone belongs and where being different is not just okay, but something to be proud of.
Thanks for joining us today and being part of the conversation. And don't forget, understanding starts with listening.
We hope you learned something new about autism today.
Remember, understanding starts with empathy.
Be kind, be patient, and always stay curious. This
was
was Understanding
Understanding Autism.
Autism.